Good. It is an Ajax folder, and in Ajax folder, you will open CMD. In Ajax folder, you will open CMD. If folder is not there, you can create. What is that? Ajax. Okay, Ajax folder. Code space dot enter. VS Code should open. No. No. Code space dot enter. VS Code will open. So we have opened the CMD in which folder? Ajax folder, right? Now come a message to the people. They'll wait for message. You will create a file here. Create a file here. Ajax.html. One more file. Ajax.js. And one more file. Ajax.css. Ajax.css, Ajax.html, Ajax.js. 3 files. Screen. Screen, something wrong. That is my message. Hello. Hello. Permission? Yes. Hello. Yes. Yes. No. Given. But still some disturbance are there. Okay, so in ajax.html file, you first call those files HTML head section. In head section, you have to link to those files. Link rel style set href ajax dot css below script src equal to ajax.js below. We will open the body tag and close the body. Assignment. This should do create a JSON file, store some data, read and display. To follow the ULLI inside the right call. Something called home. Next li about us. Next li contact us. Next li JSON parse. Same one. And one more li JSON parsing. In API, we learn how to get the data from server and how to send the data to server, how to delete the data from server. So we have created example or not? We have created, look at into this. In API, first I have given the example of index file that was only static pages. Okay, how to read a static page. After that, I given you the example how to read the data from where JSON file. JSON file. One was item file, right? Then we given the example of this one. Call which one? Data. In data file, you have seen how to read the data. You can see here. You have learned how to read the data. After that, you have seen how to add the data, how to delete the data. Correct. Two more points is there. One is called async and await. Async and await. We are coming in React, there I'll teach you async and await, how it works. Okay. The fetch function you have written. Fetch function you have written. Where is that file index to file? Yes, fetch function you have written here. Fetch function you have written. Just before the function, right? Before the function, A S Y N C will get applied. This will come in the lowercase. This will come in the lowercase. And before fetch function, await await will get. Okay. The remaining, then you have written it is called as a promise function. You saw how it capture the response. First, then function I have explained you. Second, then function I have explained you. You have gone through how to receive the text file. Then what function will come here? Text will come. If the data is coming in the JSON, what will come? JSON will come. Then not only reading the data, you have said here how to post the data. That is called which file? New user. In that, all possible things cover. Like for fetch function, what will be the configuration, what headings, what method, what body, that all is found. Right? So this was the example of how to post, and this become the example of how to get. Plus in this only you have seen one place how to, which one? Delete. Okay. One more example you will be learning further, that is called use params. You have multiple user. If you want to edit a particular user, then the user ID we have to pass from the browser URL from one page to other page. That we will be learning in React. That feature name is called use params. Through use param, you will pass the input from one page to other page. One page will be listing page. Click on edit, it will go to other page. There it will display the details of particular. Okay. In JavaScript, possible things I have guided you. Now, if you spend some time on this point, where async and await, as of now, you will not get clear idea what is happening. Okay, once time will come, I will not leave any single line. Okay, now come. So we have written here some line we have added. So this again in Ajax also you are going to do the similar what we have seen in the API. So in this three file will become a static file. This three li will become a static. How to read using Ajax a static file, and these two will become again dynamic file. How to read the data from server? One will see from the local server, single dimensional array, and one more will see from local server in multi-dimensional array. We have file here data.json. You have here data.json. Again, we'll start this one as a server, and then we'll get the data from this file to that Ajax folder. Okay. So come now. In this now, we will do something. Next, you follow a div tag, and under the div tag, you will follow the ID equal to maybe Ajax data. Next, after that, follow a footer tag. In a paragraph tag, you write asynchronous asynchronous JavaScript and XML and XML. You can write below in a small tag or maybe in the P tag also you can write. It communicate from backend without reloading of current page. Your page, whichever will be there, it remains same, and communication will happen from front end to back end. Your page will not reload, but the data will go and data will come. You can write another point here in P tag. Fetch function we have seen. Fetch function, it communicate within the server and it communicate out of server. Communicate within server and out of server. Like suppose data you have in different server, using fetch method you can bring, and you can fetch method you can send also. Okay. If you are following the Ajax method, Ajax communicate it only within server. Ajax is going to help you to communicate within the server and fetch function will help us to communicate out of the server also. Okay, and now CSS we need to add so that the page look and feel will get changed. So we'll go to this file, ajax.css files. So hope HTML part is done. Come to the ajax.css file. In CSS file, complete HTML I sent you in the chat. You can use that if you're not writing. Write for body tag, margin 0px. Then you will write for UL tag, padding, not padding, margin 0px, background, don't write any background. Let's write for the ULLI, padding 20px, display in a line block, font size below. In a UL tag also you can write one line that is called list hyphen style hyphen type none. Usually dot will come. Dot will come. To remove the dot, this is list style type none. Dot will not. Okay, you can check this file. Run this file. Which file? Ajax through live server. Ajax.html. Run through live server. Link will come on top. You can run ajax.html file through live server. Right here, text hyphen decoration underline. So by default, the text will be underlined. And under the UL, you can write justify content center so that it will print in the middle. Justify content center and then text decoration underline. So it will look like is hyperlink. Add one more property, cursor colon pointer. When cursor will go there, it will feel like ready to click. Okay. Check now. Should look like this. Middle is not coming. Content justify. Okay, so when we click on this link, below the content has to change. Next CSS we need to write for Ajax data. Write the CSS for Ajax data. Ajax data as Ajax data. You will write inside minimum height 500 px, 500 px, width 80%. Then next CSS will be for the footer tag, background, some color, dark blue color, or any color you can write. Color as white, and text align center, and then adding 15 px and height 120 px. And height should be mean height, so that according to need it will increase decrease. Check now. Footer went very last, right? Should be little up. 450 height will be okay. It should look like there is something down also. It's look like this. This content, if come in the middle, then it will become very good. This links, why not coming? Content justifies central we have written. Next line will come. Text align is working. In UL, you can add the text align center. UL tag add text align center. Okay, next after this, based on click, the content has to change. In UL, you can write one more line. UL tag call box hyphen shadow from left 0 pixel, from top 10 px, density also 10 px, gray color. Left 0, top 10, bottom, and then density of the shadow is a gray color. Something like this. Okay, next after that, underline you have written here, you can remove the underline. UL underline we have written, we can remove, and we can write effect here called UL of li colon hover. UL of li colon hover, then the color should convert into red color and underline should get applied. Color should convert into red color and underline should get applied. Okay, when mouse will go, then red will happen. So design point of view is ready. Now, on the click of the links, on the click of this, the content has to change under the middle section. So let me know your CSS part is ready. UL of li colon hover, UL of li. Then again UL, three part is the main thing. UL, ULLI, ULLI, colon hover. Footer and all, everything I should share in the chat. So everything sent. Now come to the ajax.html file on li click. On click of li, you are calling the function here call get home. Next get about, get contact, get about, get contact. Here JSON1, JSON2. So we have to write this function, get home, get about, get contact and all. In body tag on load, you can call the function call get home. Call the function call get home. Get home function. Now get home function should be there in the script. So script you are not writing in this file, you have a separate file for script, ajax.js. So in ajax.js we have to write this function called get home. Go to ajax.js file. We need to write a function get home. Write a variable called msj. H1, welcome home, close the H1. You will call a function called print data. It is not predefined function. We are going to write our own print data. In print data, you will send the MSG. MSG. Now you can write the function in the beginning on print data. We'll write here document dot get element by ID. You have created the ID called Ajax data dot inner SPML equal to that data variable. Just you go to the browser. As soon as your page will refresh, it will say welcome home. Welcome home is coming. Welcome home. Okay, but it's going in the left side. It was supposed to come in the middle. Width 80% we are given for container. Check once. We are written container or Ajax data in CSS file. Okay. Width we are written, but margin auto you have not written. Complete JS file first. Then we'll go to that CSS file to modify little property. Here you can write. So this is printing. Welcome home. So next under the here in Ajax data, width 80% we have written. One property we have missed, that is called margin auto. Margin auto from where? From top first number. Okay, hold on. So first number come from the top. So we'll write from top somewhere 40 pixel. 40 pixel. 40px auto again 40px, or maybe in the bottom 0px is also okay. Margin auto says from top 40 pixel, from left and right auto. and from the bottom is a 0px. Your content will come little inside. It will come little inside. It will leave little space in the left side. Okay, next after that, write one more function. Get about psychology about us. And then we'll check about and click on home. See the content is changing. Home and about. Which is not coming. You have to call onload. In ajax.js file here, onload we called here. Function called get home. There should be ID here called ajax data. Get home, the ajax data in that ajax file sorry. Get home. Control, control. document element by ID. After by and before ID, T is extra. Here, line number 3. Box colon after that EX is spelling okay. So next after that if an error comes, you need to look at here, do the right click and go to the inspect. You will find most of the error guidance from here, JavaScript related. Okay, it will show the line number complete. We need to go to line number, we'll get the error. Okay, so home about both is working. Now first we'll create two file, one file home.html and one file about.html. You have in the API folder. Look at the API folder. You have file called home, you have file called about, you have file called contact. HTML files are there. Copy from here and paste in Ajax folder. Home, about, and contact 3 file you copy from the API folder and paste in Ajax folder. So this button click, hope the content is changing. Ajax.css is sent in your chat. Ajax.js also sent in the chat. Ajax.html is also sent in your chat. For 2 people, it's working. The remaining people, it's not working. You can take that and you can use that also. Okay, coming next. Files we kept here. What are the file? Home, about, and then contact. Some few lines you have written there. That is okay. Next, after this, what should happen? When we click on home link, Here the data should come from the home file. When you click here, data should come from the about file. When you click here, data should come from the contact. Okay. So for that, now we required few lines of Ajax code. Let's open the internet. Open the internet and search in that one sentence called PHP Ajax sample code. PHP Ajax sample code. Okay. PHP Ajax sample code. W3 will open first link. You will click on that W3 link. Click on that link. Okay, just come down below. Come down below. You will find one example here. They have written one example. In that it's mentioned like, if you select a person here, their details will come. Your page will not reload, but the details will come. Now let's select the name. You will see the details will come here. Changing. Right? So in this case, what is happening is content is getting changed. Your page is complete constant. It will not reload at all, but the certain block data will get changed. It is called as Ajax. Asynchronous call. Communication happens between client to server, but page is completely constant. Okay. We also want similar. When we click in our page link, any link, the communication should happen from one file to other file, but the page should remain same. Okay. Come down. They have given one sample example here. Sample example. In that sample example, if and else are mentioned, we will be taking the content of only else part. Take the content of only else part. Copy the content of else part and paste in your get home function. Delete everything from get home and paste there. Paste this code in the get home function. Okay, that is the code. Now in that code, we need to understand what is that written, okay, and where we need to modify. So first modify this line, this line. Let's go here, let it be get method only. And from here, this everything you delete and write inside your home.html. Home.html. Because we wanted to read the data from which file? Home file. After writing that line, another line to modify here. Okay, so you change below home.html. Now come here. From home.html, data will come. That data where you want to send. The data we want to send to the Ajax data. So here you write call Ajax data. Ajax data. Check this much. Just refresh your page. Two changes. One changes this line and another changes this line. Right? Save it. We'll go to the browser. It is coming from the home.html, right? Welcome home. This content come from the home.html. Next, this line is written Ajax data. It is working, but you will not write here. Why? Because already you have a function called print data. The print data is responsible to print the content. Okay. So that line was written. I deleted that line and alert this much. Response text. Response text you alerted. This is the actual content of your home file. This dot response text is the actual content that's coming from the home file. Okay, rotate. Now let's go to the browser. You will see alert will come. That alert will show you the content of your home file. Everything. All content of home file comes as alert. Next, after that, instead of doing the alert, this content will send to the print data. Print data. And the print data will send to the Ajax data. So print data function becomes a reusable function. You wrote one time and you are calling multiple times. Whenever you want to print something, you can call the print data function. Okay, now come down. Let's take the same Ajax code and place under the second function. Copy the same Ajax code and place under the about function. In about also you can delete everything. And paste inside. Now you will write inside. Call it about.html. Okay, change the file name called about.html. About.html. Let's run the file. Click on get home and about. Home button click, data will come from the home file. About button click, data will come from the about file. When we click here, this content from about. When we click here, this content from where? Home. Then we will ask how this code is working. So this code is working like this line is a class name. This line is called a class name. XML HTTP is what you can see. It is called the name of a class. You can write here a built-in class name. Built-in class name. Built-in class name in the sense predefined class name. Okay. Class name is XML HTTP request. Predefined class name and class name is XML HTTP request. What is happening at this line? Okay. You can write below. It creates object of class creating, you can write creating object of class. So creating object of class. So what is the class name? Class name is called XML HTTP request. Now after creating the object of the class XML HTTP request class, what it will do? It will communicate from the backend. So this class you can see XML HTTP request class. This class has some function that will help you to communicate with okay. So what we created? We wrote we call a class name is called XML HTTP request, and after that it's created the object of XML HTTP request class. For what purpose? To communicate from the front end to back end. Come down, these two lines are written here. These two lines you can cut from here. This two line you cut from here and paste in the beginning. Paste in the beginning. This will work below also, it will work on the top also. Understanding wise, it will be okay if you put in the top. So now you see, you created the object of this class. After creating the object, what is the name of the object? XML HTTP. This becomes the object name. Then below you can see it is saying like XML HTTP dot open. What is the meaning of this line? You can write here. It create URL, not create URL, it set up URL. URL using get method it set up URL using get method. It is just creating the URL using get method. Next, after this line, there is a function called send. What it do? It send request to above generated URL. Send request to above generated URL. It send request to above generated URL. It send request to above generated URL. So first line, first line created the object, right? Second line generated the URL. Third line send the request. So URL is created and request is sent. Once request is sent, then what will happen? Response will come. Below line you can check here. Now this block will execute. First, what it will do? Object creation will happen. Second, URL will generate. Third, request will be sent. From the ajax.js to about.html. Request will go give me some data. Now about.html will have some content. That content will come back as a response. Now below you can see there is a function called XML HTTP request equal to on ready state change. On ready state change function, what it will do? The first URL has sent the request. After sending the request, this on ready state change function will keep executing on every second automatically. It will keep calling itself on every second automatically. For what purpose? To understand whether request is sent or not. And if request is sent, then request is received or not. If the request is received, then a response came or not. So three things is happening here. URL generated, request is sent. After sending the request, this function will keep calling on every second. First, what it will check? Ready state 4, meaning is the request is sent or not. If request is sent from user computer, then it will return the code number 4. If request is sent and meaning is what? First and second both. If request is sent and status is 200, the first 4 number represent from user computer data is sent or not, request is sent or not. From where? User computer. The second 200 number is checking whether server has received the request or not. If the server will receive the request, then the server will acknowledge 200, saying like, you be ready, I have received your request, I am processing. At any moment the response will come. Okay, so first number says ready state 4 means from user computer request is sent and status is 200 means server has received also. Then what to do? Capture the response. If you will not write this condition, then response will come invalid. Response will come undefined. Because first you have to see whether request is sent or not. Second, you have to check in the server like you, there will be a lot of requests. So your request is received or not. If your request is received, then no need to worry, just be ready. Server can send the response at any time. Okay, then you are capturing the response. In which format? Text format. Because about.html file, what it will return? HTML and text data. If you call any JSON file here, then it will return the JSON data. Then we'll use something else. If you call XML, then it will return the XML data. Okay, so XML gone, no one use in the market. Either you can call any URL that will return the text or it will return the JSON data. Okay.
So this is like fetch, not like that. Fetch.
Fetch and then is different. That is also for same purpose. T-shirt we wear to cover the body. Shirt also we wear to cover the body. But structure wise both are different. Yes or no? Structure wise both are different. Purpose is same. Okay. This is also going to send the request. That also send the request. When you have added the new user, which method you follow? Remember, get or post. We have added the new user. In that we have written one place method. What was that? Post. Okay. Then you have sent content type in the form of JSON application. Right. So there we have secure method as a post. Here you have always get as a unsecure method. Okay. Purpose is same, but this is low capacity, that is high capacity. Here we have only method of get. You will not have secure data communication. There we have secure data communication. Okay. Right. So now what this all line clear or not? Number one, existing class of JavaScript creating object. Number two, creating a URL where the request has to go. Number three, after creating URL, sending the request. Number four, after sending the request, keep checking whether request sent or not. If request sent, then server has received or not. That is here below. Request sent or not, and then server has received or not. If request sent, then 4, server has received, then 200. Response code is between 1 to 700. Different. You see, no, sometime on internet, 4 not 4. 4 not 4. What is that? Page not found. 5 not 1. Server access denied. You don't have permission to access the file. Similar way, 1 to 700, different number, different. Right? When your TV will not work in home, it will show an error code. Something that call is what? Server response number. Right? So that all are called what? A request between client to server when will happen. Server will not say, brother, I'm not working. Server will say what? Is a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 1 meaning is what? 2 meaning is what? 3 meaning is what? We need to make a proper sense of that. Right? Similar way, 3 not 1 is redirecting. You are calling here and this is redirecting somewhere else. Okay. Okay. So then after that, a request is sent or not, request is received or not. If request is sent and request is received, then capture the data and display inside the page. That only you are doing. Next, you have to write one more function for this one. For this one. Call it a contact, right? That I hope you can try. Same code, only you need to change the file name. Right? 2 function will be there. JSON1, JSON2 will work tomorrow. We'll read the data. We have server, we'll start the server. Then there will be data, one single dimensional example, one multi-dimensional example. We will implement and we'll see.